Terrorism has struck Charlotte, North Carolina, where an individual believed to be of right-wing origin plowed his car into a rally of people who were protesting against a right-wing gathering where at least one person has been killed and several other people have been injured. U.S. President Donald Trump was quick to take to the media to make the following statement.
But we're closely following the terrible events unfolding in Charlottesville, Virginia. We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides. It's been going on for a long time in our country. Not Donald Trump, not Barack Obama. This has been going on for a long, long time. It has no place in America. What is vital now is a swift restoration of law and order and the protection of innocent lives. No citizen should ever fear for their safety and security in our society, and no child should ever be afraid to go outside and play or be with their parents and have a good time.
Now, Trump's words here are completely facetious given what has happened. He talks about violence on both sides, yet this killing was specifically done by a rightist to people who opposed their positions. And this is not necessarily leftists, but liberals as well. So condemning violence on both sides is completely wrong. And you notice that he refused to acknowledge that this was a Nazi rally and that the person who was driving was also a Nazi. They were singing Blood on the Soil, which is a well-known, Nazi song. Now, he says he condemns this violence, and this is not something that, he's okay with, yet he very clearly openly called for violence at his own political rallies. If there was someone there who was protesting him, if they were there and they were anti-Donald Trump, he told people, force them out. He said, back in, whatever day, someone would be beaten up and they would be taken out on a stretcher. He even said go ahead and attack them, that he would pay for their legal bills if they got in trouble. So this statement by Donald Trump that somehow he's against violence is a complete and absolute lie. This is just some kind of political statement that he's putting out in order to try to make himself look good, because he has very clearly openly supported violence in the past. And then during his speech, he brought up Barack Obama for some reason. Well, I'm certainly sure there was violence during his presidency, and I'm sure he was referring to the righteous anger of people who had been killed by police officers, more specifically referring to Black Lives Matter. To even compare the two is ridiculous. This whole situation is completely ridiculous. But it is another one of those things where something bad happens under his presidency, but he, like some kind of neurosis, he has to bring up Obama for some reason, even though he doesn't have anything to do with it. Now, a really good point was made by Matt Florence on Facebook. He said that when liberals go around defending the Nazi right to hold rallies, defend their right to gather publicly and express their hate, this is the kind of thing that happens. So to a degree, what's happened here is on the head of liberals who continually give the floor to fascists and say that it's all right for them to come out and express their opinions. This is the kind of inevitable result that will occur as a result of letting them gather, letting them spread their hate speech, etc. And he's absolutely right. Liberals need to look themselves in the mirror and correct themselves on this and consider whether or not maybe in the future they really want Nazis to be able to get together and spread their hate speech. But until then, I suppose we can just say, well, so much for the tolerant right.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.